All right, back we go in the markets. It is September 15th, Tuesday, and choppy day for the markets. Let's start out with the SPY. Well, Dow Jones was up 2.27, completely flat. S&P 1668, it's right at 3,400 right now. NASDAQ 133, it's up 1.21%. Small caps -3. VIX 2559 -1%. Didn't move that much. Commodities, gold flat 1962, silver 27.34, oil 38.31, was up 2.82%. So look at the SPY right here today. Now we started off pretty good, and then as the day went on, you can see here we sort of like double top, triple top, 342, then we fade it down. We come in right now, we're at 340. So let me get on my other chart here. Now here we go. We're trying to get over these moving averages. See right here, you draw your line. Right here's your 1329 EMA to 5 EMA. Once we're above this, there's no EMAs. You have your 50 here, your 20, your 200, and your 150. We went negative here, but we're decreasing on elite wave, sort of chopping. RSI wants to turn. Your weekly still crossing down, but might just start to turn up, possibly, but it's decreasing in the MACD too. But it doesn't mean too we could do this. We might just come up here and then really come down hard again. Because I don't think we're going up no more. I think we're going to be in a down phase pretty much. I don't think we're going to break higher than that. If you look here, you have here. You have this trend line. It's a very big trend line. Every time we hit, went down. This was a little bit low, but went down. This went down. I don't see much more upside right now. We see this in the weekly. We're still crossing. I think we got to go down. There's the daily. So we're going up here. Like I said, 342. 340 is the mark here. We're trying to get over. We'll see what happens after hours here. If we move above that, I would say right now that's bullish, at least the next few days, a week. Weekly's crossing down. But we'll see a touch to 9. It's bouncing up. So I'm going to see us get to this point again, and then I think we're going to fall back. There's the monthly. All right, so you see that on the daily. So you have your 50-day support right here. So we'll see what happens here. And the VIX isn't dropping a lot. So we'll see on that. NASDAQ. Where's the NASDAQ right here? This is trying to get over this 20 and 13. See this? Very close now. It's got to get over 11, we'll say 11.2. And right here, it's decreasing. Your MACD histogram. Stochastics. Very oversold. This could come up and test that too. Good 50-day support. Your 4-hour. Looks like it wants to cross over. But see right here? You have that 50-day above. So on this is a little bit different than the SPY. This knocked down this 50-day. I think we're going to get knocked down again. If we do that, we're going to chop around then. 2-hour. There's your 100-day. See this? Touch the 100-day. That's what all these moving averages. They're all in sync with each other. Look at this. So this hit this. The candles and hit. It's 100. The 1 hour. So the 1 hour. They have a lot of overhead resistance. Weekly, see it's crossing down a little bit. NASDAQ looks a little bit more to be determined here. It's a good run today, and we'll see if it lasts though. The rest of this week's gonna be interesting how this plays out. All right, your Dow Jones is your 50. This is getting just above all these moving averages. So that looks very bullish. There's your weekly, daily, 4-hour. 2 hour. You can see, so see this overhead resistance right here. So, the SPY looks a little bit better than Dow Jones and the NASDAQ. So we'll see in that. On the VIX, now the VIX daily still crossing down, getting almost very oversold here on your stochastics. MACD histogram wants to cross down. Turn about the 50-day on the weekly. The weekly's trying to turn up on your daily. Daily 4 hour. 4 hours at 371. Look at this right here. And there's your 50-day right here. So it seems like it's holding a little bit in the 4 hour. See the 2 hour. That's holding that line pretty good here. On the 1 hour, it's right at the 50, then there's the 200-day just below. So see how this was oversold, but it didn't really starting to come up a little bit here. I think we're getting more volatility ahead. So that's your VIX. UVXY already oversold now on the daily or weekly. Still oversold. 4 hour. Going down. 2 hour. It's completely oversold here. And just trying to cross up on the MACD histogram. We'll see your 1 hour. Yeah, not doing much though there. So, we're going to get a spike out. It's made a run since that 30. See, it hit the 200-day. That's the reason it didn't go higher. 200-day is a big moving average. Hit right here, went right down. So we'll see how these play out because this is getting oversold again. It might need a bounce here. It's looking like a bounce. And the Dow's struggling a little bit, but your NASDAQ went up. The SPY's trying to break back up. So we'll see what happens on that. Some other movers. Defend. This is trying to cross out of this box here. See this 1, 2, 3. If this can come up, the market gets bullish. Maybe this goes back to like 1450 plus. There's nail. It's like a V-shaped recovery in nail. Din's crossing back down. LABU, it's a cross up here. Soxel. Soxel looks pretty good. Excuse me, I could try all of a sudden. Start doing this video. Right here, you're oversold at 2170. Below 20 is extreme oversold. So this has been high up pretty much the whole run up. Look at this run. You have back and forth, but trend is up. This is the biggest down since March. If this goes back up here, you have 307 up here, even 300. On this chart, Soxel, bounce off these moving averages, looking stronger, decreasing that day. Your weekly's going down. I just don't like that, but it might start to cross up. That's the thing. Even though your MACD is decreasing too. So 4 hour, 50-day above. For the 50-day and just go back down, it's possible. To overextend on the 4 hour. On the 2 hour, just 1 hour. The overhead resistance here. That's a Soxel. What else you have? Faz. Faz trying to come back up here, very oversold. TNA. TQQQQ. And see right here, the Qs. Here's a touch, touch, touch. So every time this has gone down, it's been bigger moves down. Look at that. So here, your stochastics getting wider and wider. Big move, huge move, the biggest since March. And this has a lot more to prove. This needs to get over this 137. It goes up here, because if not, it's going to bounce back down. And then you had your, your level right here is a 38.2 retracements. This is 100 now. Or I reversed, excuse me. This is 100 from back here. So tracing 23%, 30%. Let me see if I did this right. SPY. Yeah, I reversed it now. So I did from bottom up. I believe QQQQ. I should reverse this again. 100. Should I do it this way now? Let me see some here. Here's your 100%. Just reverse it here. Yeah, because this is down the top. Or reverse it. You can do a bottom to top or top to bottom. Either way. So, up here is 100%. 61.8 retracement. So from here to here, 61.8, then you're 50%, then 38.2 to 23. That's the bottom. Because this was the high, now this is the new high. So right here we hard reversal, we're at 19. So what's up must come down, what's down must go up. But is this going to hit here and then come back first, and then we do this a little bit, then we break back up? What is the plan for this here? It's tough to say. The weekly, we're crossing down pretty strong. That's not happened since March. Here's your daily. There's your 4 hour. 4 hours coming up nicely. It's caught in between here. Your 2 hour. Trying to get over this 135 level. 1 hour. Right here is at 135. See this before? Nope. Came back down. Went through a little bit. Nope. We have the 20 over to 13. So you can't cross up unless you have, the reverse. Like this is the reverse, 13 over 20. Now we're up here. We're reversed. 13 over 20. Now is this going to break out? Yeah, showing good signs here. If we can get over 135, that looks like clear sailing now on that. The Qs. So you have different things in play here. The weekly crossing down. And then you have oversold here, which, every time something's down here, it's going to go back up eventually. So that's a point to get in. It's a good point. But, is it still going lower first? So there's a bigger move happen. It might not happen until we get up here and then come back down again. That'll be near October. So, we'll see on that. So that's the Qs there. What else do you have? XP, XL. Yeah, this is a nice channel up. This was a line. This was a line. This came back. We'll bring this closer now. And this came down. See this trying to get over here? We'll see. It's very oversold. SPXL. UDAL. Same thing, oversold, trying to come back up now. So we'll see how this plays out. So it's not to be determined this week. Your VIX, EVXY are getting very oversold again. The Dow's trying to struggle up, S&P too, NASDAQ. They're trying to fight their way back up, being oversold. We'll see how this shakes out. It's very hard to determine at this point. I'm leaning towards now, like the Qs that, this is proven it's oversold. It held right here, this low. It held 1, 2 this wick, and this came back up. So it held 3 times there. We'll see on this. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, on to the gainers today. NVUS. This move yesterday. And so that was the first sign something was up. Pre-market, this came down, this draw your line. right here. And this got over, 85 cents. What's over 85? Now there's a big pile up here, 130, 125, and then it was a short. And this is pure momentum. And fade it back. And it was choppy, grinding up. Set 18.7 million float. MYO's movement after hours. Could be news. MRNS. There's a gap up. Yeah, this is tough. So I don't like charts this choppy. Like, see, this is taking out, 330 to 310 to 3. It's like a lot. It's not a smooth chart, basically. IPOB was a nice move pre-market. Came back, found support at your 1320 EMA. And then you're at 15 here. 15 held nicely. Didn't see it go up. Slightly went up all the way till 1750. So this was a good long. Very slight and subtle. When you see here, then a 15, then it get higher, then you see 1525, then it broke up. NCTY, choppy long there. OAS, penny play. It break up. It's like 14-cent gain, 15 cent. JNCE, this was a nice long if you caught it. Some of these stocks, you're not going to trade everything. So if you catch this, you're like, give me the shot. Nice green candle here. 9, this went to 1150. It's a big gain, huge gain. KOS 105, 125. ORD, it's a messy chart. It's again a falling wedge. This VXRT, DVAX. What are the other plays I said? Codex, CODX. Yeah, this went down right here, formed a nice little point. The falling wedge came out. It's out of the wedge. Let's see what it does. 3 days for it right here. Nice green candle. Going to broke out today even more. Good volume today, 42 million. Yes, it's a higher float too. But these are the charts you want because the falling wedge breaking out and then, true breakout. The bias is to the long side at that point. So we get to 1175. Here's a move. Nice little quarter line. So 1225 came back to 12. Then a huge break to 1425. Let's hook it to 1426. So they took it right to this line. Now, sometimes, like I said, remember on this is a 12. They might take it to 1205. If you're like, I'm going to get into 12, then you miss that entry. Try to put your entry within that 5 cents. It'll work out if you try to do that. All right, CKPT, not a bad long. Up here, 4, 370, down to 410. PSTV, little short. See this slide, another slide right down. AHT, this is really crushed. Yeah, this is really tight wedge. Didn't break up exactly, so they don't have to break up necessarily. There's nothing DAO. Look at this chart. All right, here's DIO. 1.1 million at Grapevine, but look at this. This move was all the way as high as 47 down to 23. And they finally moved it up today. Over 24 to 27. That's a nice long if you catch it. Next, UBX. Right here, you have the bottom. It's a clear bottom at 3. And there's a breakout move, 358. We'll see if this holds. We'll see if they bring this up to maybe 5, bottom of the gap. There's a nice move here to your support at 335. SGMS 27 got all the way to 30.50. It's a really strong long. If you draw your line here, this has been on an uptrend. Look at the volume here the last 2 days. That's really strong volume. You want strong volume, you get in and out, different points. You know, this is a straight up great move right here. A little pullback. Then I went on APPS, Digital Turbine, 26 to 29. So long. So what else we got here? WVE, Wave Sciences, 1650. This has been a breakout. Look at this. Give a huge gap above here. This is a nice move to the long side here. All right, so that's basically the top gainers list. And we had, you know, dollar plays. This list was more penny plays moved back in effect. You have one, you know, 6, 3, 10, 45 cents, 1, 27, 29, 30 later in the list. So a little more pennies. And, you know, NVUS 171% leading the penny stock land gainers. So a little bit higher today for the leader. Down the list, nothing great. You're not getting huge moves down the list either, like, you know, over 20, 30%. You have a few, but not that much. So and NOX, yeah, this is put in a bad second day again. Look at this. This is getting crushed today. Let me just take a look at my other list here. NKTR, look at this, 19, broke up to 20, good volume. We'll see if this can keep going there. It looks pretty good there. JMIA, yeah, this is going below 8 now. There's your trend line. So, yeah, my stop on this is 7. This gets below 7, then, you know, it's going to even go lower. So, DXRT, there it is inside day compared to this 200 million, 36 million. So, yeah, you see that red candle. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad overall chart now. Yeah, it could come down and bounce up. So there's still, you know, room to the upside on that. So it doesn't mean it's going to go down necessarily. WDC, we're to 39, and there's the bottom of the gap. So that is a trouble area for that. ODT. Yeah, there's a triangle here forming. Let me draw this. Yeah, you can see right here, this might start to squeeze up. FE trying to get over 30. OPK moved up a little bit, touched the moving average 13 EMA and bounced down. DVEX. This is another one moved out of this channel. Falling wedge, we'll see what it does from here. NK, there's a move, and look at that, just pretty much at that 809. And we'll see what this does too. So, you know, moving out of the, you know, your channel, your falling wedge, we'll see what happens at this point. Lumber liquidators, no buying really, 477,000. Still, you know, this potential to move up though. EMRN, trying to come up as well. CODX, see this one out. This went more than a few days. Got to 14, in between 12 and 14 now. We'll see if this can continue. Yeah, draw your line on the 4 hour. It's going to hold here at 12, bounce right back up. That'll be strong. There's your 2 hour. Where's your 1 hour? On that. What was the other move today? EQ. Oh yeah, EQ, look at this. See, this was in a deep falling wedge here channel. Got to 5, look at this bouncing 5. Came up today, really high up here to 765, then came back. Great volume, 4 million. You know, this was a fast move too, right here, pre-market. Usually on this, they'll slide back down. Let's go down on the slide. You know, this did bounce. It's made a nice bounce up here. 605, 650. And the 650 broke all the way out to 750. And then this came back hard. But yeah, this was making big moves though. See these candles? Very large move. You gotta be fast on this. That's EQ. Let's see what else is here. See this 1, 2. This might come back to the trend line again. I think they had bad news on the cruise line. Carnival shares sink like a rock after it releases yet a Q3 summary results. Free ship disposals. So, yeah, it's not good news for the cruise liners at all. NCLH, you know, they follow down RCL, CCL, they all dumped. HA, Airlines, ALK. Trying to come up here. Win. Look at the REIT, MFA. What's Boeing doing? Yeah, Boeing had 1 move, draw your line, 2 moves. Yeah, it looks like the next is going to be here too. If you draw your line here, it looks like it's going to be close. If this holds, if not, you know, much lower on Boeing. What else we have? Here's my 20 chart. So you can see the cruise liners are all getting smoked. You know, Nikola had the bad news. I wouldn't hold this. Too much weird stuff going on. I would trade it. That's it. You can see Sava inside day came back a little bit. Roku made a nice day up. AMD, ETFC, Schwab, sort of sideways. There's X. X needs to get back over 8. You can see here, like touched again. This might squeeze up. It's looking like it's moving. The low's getting higher slightly. So you can see on that. Yeah, on your bearish ETFs, that's down. So it's coming back down now. So this. Yep, the same thing here. See, move up. That's a full stochastics to the top. Now it's coming back down. Your 4 hour, it's almost getting oversold. And there's your 2 hour. So look at this. It's a strange chart. Yeah, the move up's good. Then this came back. Then move up. And we'll see if that holds there though. Looks like the 550s holding. So I'm thinking another bounce up with this, the VIX and all that. SQQQ, this is coming down too. TZA, FAS. There's SOX, ECS. This is Tech Bears. Yeah, this is hovering around here. Oh, Nets. Our ERY. Yeah, 60s right here. This is very overbought. This is a good run though. See this? You want to run like that. That's a great swing. That's tremendous gains if you can get it. All right, so some swings have been working since then. A lot of them stocks have oversold them bios. They were good to get in if you caught it. The market right now is kind of tough for other stocks. Got to be careful. With the SPY here, this is the biggest move since March. That was a little move here too that bounced. Hasn't been this oversold